If you've ever gotten deep into Minecraft, chances are you've seen or even played in a tournament. Some of these tournaments were probably pretty big, with hundreds of players or lasting months and months. This tournament had both.
Initializing runway.
CubeCraft is the biggest Minecraft Bedrock Edition server and the server that this tournament took place on. The tournament was a clan versus clan tournament, taking place in Eggwars Mega, a game similar to Bed Wars, where teams of 10 players fight each other. In this tournament, 10 clans, made up of the best players from all around the server registered, all fighting each other to beat the others and become the best. This video tells the story of my clan, and how against all odds, we climbed to the top and won the entire tournament.
Go.
This tournament was a clan versus clan tournament, explained in this video, which I highly recommend watching. But if you haven't, clan versus clan tournaments are tournaments where clans can sign up 18 players, and then fight other clans to win the tournament. These fights, or scrims as they are called, happen in Eggwars Mega, where 2 teams of 9 players, each team from their own clan, fight each other, trying to break the other team's egg and kill all their players while keeping their own eggs safe. In this specific tournament, 10 clans registered, meaning there were nearly 200 people registered. In order to keep the tournament going at a reasonable pace, the 10 clans were split into 2 groups of 5, where they would scrim all the other clans in their group twice, fighting for first and second, both of which would advance to the semifinals. The clan I was in was called Hakuren B, and our first match was against a clan called Sage. Now, Sage was a clan made fully of e-girls, and as you know, I am very blatantly sexist. I hate women. So they were our first match, and to start off the season strong, we did some team building exercises while we queued into the game. And with that, the scrim began. Oh, wait, no, they lost their egg. Run it back. And one of their players crashed. Woo! Love CubeCraft. Run it back, but again. If I could slam my fist into this desk without fear of it breaking, you would hear loud noises coming from this mic. We just decided to have one of our members leave to make it an 8v8 rather than 9v9 like it should be, and the GOAT Jolly Free Pig took the fall and left for us so we could finally start. No, you don't gotta run it back this time. You can just like keep going. So I was our team's mid bridger, giving everyone access to mid and collecting that first batch of resources which I brought back to the base and upgraded our diamond gens. With the gold, I bought obsidian, not to put on the egg as defense, but to use on offense to box onto the other clan's egg with the obsidian. I dropped the obsidian to Hakuren, our main staller and obby boxer, and with him, me, and Dexton, our captain, we dropped onto their egg. Unfortunately for us, they brought 7 back to defend, so Hack died and Dexton along with him a bit later. Since I'm a baller, I lived another 3 minutes to stall until Dexton got there a second time and choked a box in as well, which I died trying to defend. At this point, I figured I should give it a go, and after gearing up, went in for a rush.
We love
I choked that.
Because honestly, we have the upper hand. Like, they aren't even like trying to build up.
I forgot about getting obby. I need.
No! I was 1 block away from their egg. But I was too shaky. I broke into 1 block away. After this failed attempt on their egg, I decided it was time to go with the backup strat of getting stacked and getting an efficiency 8 pick, but it didn't even matter, as by the time I started heading towards their base, they left their egg open for Hack to box in and get it. Though the gear did not go to waste, as me, Hack, and Q-Melon, one of our best PvPers, 3v4'd half of their remaining players. What do we focus on?
I'm cooking.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go.
Johnny likes pie. Over here, right next to the egg.
He's on too hard.
Nice.
I got him.
Lynn is like getting railed right now.
I hit him off.
Good down.
Sweet. I was like, I really hope this god pick won't go to waste. It did not. After a 3v4, we quickly cleared out their last 3 members and moved on to the second round. In this round, I tried a slightly different strategy where I went to a side base and got, with the gold from the base and from mid, over 40 obby and fast picks for me and all of my staller teammates. But as I was on my way towards the enemy base, one of our stallers and our clan leader Dexton crashed. And yet it didn't even matter as Hack and Melon got the egg alone, even without the gear I was bringing with them, 2v4ing to get the egg. And it didn't even stop there with me finally making it over and me and Hack 2v5ing with me getting the first final of the game and Hack killing another, bringing the 98 they got from Dexton crashing down to a 6v8 instantly. Eventually I died, so I got stacked back up at the base and went out and killed Secret, their last player and their captain, ending the scrim, our first scrim, as a 2-0 win for Hakuren B. Before we get further into it, I needed to explain where the clans came from. 3 months before the tournament, 4 of the best players in the CubeCraft community made clans, and the 2 we'll focus on now are Hakuren and Kinetic. These 2 clans fought for first, with Kinetic only losing 1 match, the first match of the first scrim ever, coming back to win the scrim overall with the 2-1 win, and since then reigning undefeated. Eventually, 2 more clans formed, Empire, a clan for British people, and True, a clan that's sole impact on the community was that you could not say the word true without like the clan following it for 5 months straight. Every clan except Kinetic split into 2 teams, an A team and a B team, with the A team having the better players and the B team having the people who didn't make the cut. As for me, I had joined Hakuren, becoming one of the main players on Hakuren B by getting the egg in half the practice scrims that I had played with the team before the season. Unfortunately, I would not be able to get the egg during the second scrim this season as I could not play, but I had faith in my team. The scrim was against Mold, which no offense to any of the members, but it wasn't really the best clan. It was pulled together really quickly and most of the good players were already on other teams, so I wasn't too worried for the scrim. So once church ended, I checked my phone and saw their egg broken. It's all good, my team's crazy. I'm just gonna close out the stream and I'll be fine. Okay, maybe I should check again like one more time. Huh? Okay, like thank the Lord they still won, but there's no way I'm ever not showing up to a scrim again. That's just too terrifying. Luckily, after that first game, the scrim got moved to the next day where we would continue playing just with Hakuren B having a 1-over lead over Mold. I did the same strat as before where I rushed mid, got resources, and came back to get myself stacked. This time, I did end up taking all the stuff for myself, rushing in and going for a knobby box. And just like that, I got the egg. You absolute fool! You've been deceived. I used the power of editing to make it seem like I'm actually a good player. Only an idiot would fall for that. What actually happened was that Q-Melon, the man himself, farmed kills at base, killing literally their entire defense, so this was my egg break.
Melon is probably gonna wait. Melon is tossing. Oh my god. Phil going in. He could get a box in right here. Phil does get the box in, I believe. Phil with a very slow box in. Hit, yeah, there you go. And Phil with the box in. That could be a potential egg break, depending on if he can get it or not. Melon doing the best he can to keep him off. He should go around and hit his Octal, but it looks like we will see an egg break right here by Phil.
Well played, Phil.
Yep, and the egg's gone. Very well played by Phil. Very slow boxing, but I mean, it gets the job done.
Hey, but at least after that, I went on a killing spree, keeping them at their base and not letting a single one. I got 7 blocked and then officiated a marriage between Hack and Melon.
I do.
At this point in the season, we were feeling pretty good about ourselves. 2 scrims in and not a single loss, but now we were against Kinetic. As previously mentioned, Kinetic was undefeated, not a single loss. So as you can imagine, we were just a little bit scared. But we decided we'd give it our best and queued into the game. I used the same strat I did against Sage, where I side rushed and got a lot of stuff, but this time Turtle, Kinetic's captain, saw me coming and built up to challenge my stall. We sat on the bridge for a while, but luckily Hack was coming up and we could 2v1. Alright, guess not.
Good job.
They're very low. Lemmer's like literally too low.
Where is he?
He's on the egg.
No, he's not. I'm on the egg.
Okay, wait.
High on the egg.
He's boxed.
With only one person, I couldn't get the obby box and they almost instantly put down my stall. Kinetic strat in 9v9s was to just send up as many people as possible to stall. While our team never had more than 1 person at their base, they had 5 at ours multiple times. With that pressure that they had, most of our team was back at our base, so they got full control of mid. These 2 things combined meant that by the end of the game, they have half their team above your egg and all have full iron while you're stuck with leather. So pretty obviously, we lost egg, and after a failed counter rush, I got possibly the most terrifying clip I've ever gotten.
We already had full obby by the time I got back.
No, we need 2
They're all
layers
on me.
of
It's
One.
terrifying.
We need 2 layers of obby, so full
Phil,
obby.
carry.
I
Phil, carry.
dropped
Phil,
the gold.
block trap. Phil, block trap. Let's go.
I dropped the gold that I had
Oh,
to
block trap.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's just how long can I live?
Oh, you got more tied you on.
That's it.
Oh,
No.
I did a fall damage, GG's. As we went into the second round, I attempted the same strat, but Turtle chased me to the side base and killed me. So instead I took a page from Kinetic's book and instantly went to stall above their egg. After almost getting the egg instantly, I stalled with my teammates for 5 minutes until, well, Dexon, how many blocks do you have? Because I am completely out.
I have 6.
After I died on that one, I went in for another stall, but dropped quick and the egg broke immediately after, so I died right after I respawned. However, surprising it may seem, we were actually pretty happy with how the game went. All things considered, we played pretty well, especially with the improvement between the first and second game. But how can we be happy with a loss, you may ask? Doesn't that mean we don't make it to the finals? Well, the top 2 from each group advanced to finals, not just the first place group, so we never even planned on beating Kinetic in the first place. We were already ranked ahead of 2 of the 3 clans we needed to beat, so as long as we beat the final team, Empire B, then we would already be ranked second in our group before going into our second rounds against each team. We had fought Empire B twice in prac scrims before the season, and in both of them we won 2-0, so we were feeling pretty confident that we could beat them coming into the season. But in their scrim against Kinetic, they got the egg, so maybe it wasn't going to be as easy as we thought. Either way, this was the most important scrim we had played to date, and we knew we had to play our best. Unfortunately, one of our defenders crashed, so we had to play an 8v9, but the show must go on. Adapting what I had learned from Kinetic, I brought a pick and killed their mid-bridger using the stuff I collected to rush in on their base. Their team was heavily defensive, so we weren't able to get the egg, but they only had 1 or 2 strong rushers, so they couldn't get ours either. We went back and forth stalling and defending for over 10 minutes until eventually, while we had 4 people over their egg and our defense was lacking, they rushed in and got our egg. It was now or never. We either got the egg here or we lost the game. So with that in mind, we dropped.
Chill, drop down.
I'm in an obby box. I'm in an obby box. I need help.
Okay, good.
Oh, you boys better get this egg. You boys better get this egg.
I got it.
Let's go. Immediately after their egg broke, one of their best PvPers got dropped, but so did I. On top of that, one of our players crashed and another voided themselves, leaving us down in a 5v8 with no egg. Yet we played smart, sending our entire team to mid to cut off some of their members heading back to base. We were able to kill 2, still leaving us down but only by 1 player. From there, each team went back to base, staying passive for the rest of the game and using the gens at their base to get stacked, waiting the remaining 15 minutes until deathmatch. Deathmatch is a rule to prevent games from lasting hours, which says that 30 minutes after the game starts, both teams have to stop using shop and go mid, not leaving until the game is finished, and this was our first one of the season. Yeah, remember target Delta.
Yeah, he's right there. Just literally all down and went out.
I quick drop.
Nice.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The beginning of the collapse. Nice.
Yeah.
He's like, he's
Don't let him meet up with one of his teammates.
Oh, it's gone.
Nice, guys. Okay. Chestplate is gone. That was a diamond chestplate gone. Nice.
That's good, but we don't lose.
Where is he?
He just jumped.
Oh,
GG's. Let's go. Insane clutch, guys. It was at this point my Minecraft crashed due to me not having any storage left, and a dark age began where I did not record my POV of any scrims. Most of the footage I used will be taken from the Circuit YouTube channel, where all these scrims were streamed live for people to watch. In the second round of the scrim, I failed the insta-bank, with the other team's Bridger getting the diamonds and Empire taking full mid-control. Yet again, I went up for the insta-stall, and while I was able to keep up the stall for a full 5 minutes, we folded on the drop and couldn't get a box in to get the egg. During all this, Empire was just taking advantage of the mid-control that they had, getting completely stacked so that by the time they rushed our base, they outgeared our defenders and got the egg easily. Being on stall alone when your egg breaks is never the greatest idea, so unfortunately I died quickly along with 2 of my other teammates, leaving it as a 6v9. My teammates put up a pretty good fight, lasting a full 8 minutes after the egg break, but once the egg was gone, it was pretty much over, so we moved on to the third game at a score of 1-1. It was now the third round, and whoever won this would win it all. Right off the bat, the game went so much better than the last, with me getting the diamonds and my team winning the mid fight. We instantly got up stalls, with just Melon and Dexton stalling 6 of their players. They got up some stalls, but It's Lewis and It's Seven and It's Demon, the defense trio, put them down instantly. I then got deja vu as we choked another drop and I was the last one left stalling. In taking heavy control of mid, we got all of our players stacked, and when I died on stall, Hack, Melon, and Dexton rushed back in. In the stupidest failed egg break I've ever seen, Hack died while boxing in, and Melon and Dexton just had to sit there killing the players, cause neither of them had a pick. And I kid you not, they got 11 kills between the two of them without being able to get the egg. But despite Empire having worse overall gear, they got their main staller, Neko Tears, a god pick, which was all the gear he needed to sneak in from behind and get our egg. Thankfully, all the players were able to make it back to the base, where we begin to get stacked with gear to prepare for deathmatch. But 3 minutes in, the worst happened, and Evan died. In the 10 minutes after their egg break, Empire kept sending more and more people with more and more gear, and we knew if we didn't do something soon, we would just lose more players and be heavily outnumbered trying to fight a deathmatch with half-broken gear from fights we took at our base. With 10 minutes until deathmatch, we needed a plan, and we needed one now, so I made one, and we put it into action.
Looks like, wait, where's the Hawk members? I noticed a lot of them are not here. Are they going for the Empire base? I should look.
They're going for the push.
No, Empire base is clear. I have no clue where the other Hawk members
That's
are.
very interesting. Maybe they're a mid, but I can't see them. Or maybe... Oh,
Green base?
Oh, they did bridge to green. Oh, wait. Side push, maybe? Or was that all
I have no
there?
clue. I have no clue where the other Hawk members are. Oh, it's at Sky Base Bridge. Look at that.
Oh,
2-3 people.
There's no way that they've seen it.
and Hack is seated. I did not see that at all. That's so high. Some people's vendors, they won't even look up and notice it at all.
Well, this
It's
is
tiny.
Oh,
Demons is out.
is eliminated from the game.
7v9. But wait, is that Saginator? I think Saginator notices that there's a 3-man push. They are dropping already.
7v9, but we have seen clutches from this by a lot less people. They have fallen. Hacksader have fallen. Phil has fallen.
So that's an OP pick. That's an egg break. That's an egg break.
What is Shadow
and
doing?
Dark Shadow
I think
is frozen.
Dark Shadow is frozen. This is the worst.
Phil Dexter.
Oh
Advantage.
Oh my gosh.
Poor. That's pretty unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
With a single very long bridge, we had turned the entire game on its head, but we weren't in the clear yet. Bringing back a 7v9 is hard, especially since we had to leave most of our team at the base in order to get the egg. We were able to drop someone who was crashing and another one of their defenders, bringing it down to a 7v7, but at our base our armor was breaking and most of Empire was cornering out our last members there. And it may have all gone wrong if not for Melon.
Oh, middle has Phil
Delta's going for
and
Q-Melon, but there's nice kit. Oh!
Spyglass.
Q-Melon got some nice kits on Delta, and Delta is down.
Not only did he kill a full iron, but only one person per team can use a bow, and that was their bow user. With their bow user down, some of the Empire members started heading toward mid, where me, Hack, and Dexton cut them off, getting 2 more final kills, bringing their total down to 4 players. Sadly, the remaining 4 were able to kill Biggie and Melon at our base, as both of their gear was shattered, bringing the game to a 4v4. With just 6 minutes until deathmatch, each team stole the other's base and prepared for the most intense deathmatch they had ever played. Right off the bat, they bridged up to the top of mid to try to get us in a spot where we could be voided, but we had a bow and they didn't, so eventually they dropped back down and the real fight began.
TNT is going wild right now, okay? QZs are getting targeted still. Oh, rip frames for those with low NPCs.
Phil is still getting targeted. We can clearly see who the main target is right here.
Oh no. Lewis is in the bad spot right now, getting comboed by Neko Tears. Neko Tears comboing Lewis.
There are
Phil's helmet.
Two fights.
Phil's helmet. First helmet broken by Phil Swift, and his boots are broken too. Phil's clearly targeted right now. He's been getting the most hits. Hack is being targeted. Doesn't have time to eat or use his bow.
But
He's
Hack
full
does have
with
full
using
diamond.
armor.
Oh,
Hack with that combo.
Them combos will definitely go in the montage.
I think the TNT is running out now. Oh, never mind.
Oh my god, why did you say that? Why did you say that?
With Phil Swift,
his
I don't
helmet.
need the TNT.
With his helmet.
Helmet.
This could be a potential elimination right here.
The TNT is back.
Oh my gosh, the TNT's back. Oh, he has a spare helmet.
Will TW's gap or regenerate? We don't have any clue what she does, but his pants are out. Phil Swift with another helmet broken the second time. Minimum. Dexton lost his helmet.
Oh, Dexton lost his helmet. Does it? Oh, he does have a spare.
Dexton's gonna lose all his armor in a bit too. and Gapple.
Ooh, Mega's helmet, but he does have a spare one again.
Mega is getting. He's gonna regen. My game freezes.
So,
oh,
yeah.
Jackson died.
Okay,
My game went
oh, Mega died.
GWS 3v3. Back
Yeah.
to game. Oh, I think for CC froze for everyone. That's kind of unfortunate.
CC froze. That's really unfortunate.
No, because Zeke's helmet. I mean his.
Oh, his chest, his chest.
His TNT
down
on
there.
clutch.
Oh.
Actually, he's targeting him with the bow.
He might have a
Ash
spare.
is gonna go.
It doesn't look like he has a spare
Phil.
chest plate. It doesn't look like he has a spare chest plate. How is Kazin not
Necrotier's gonna go for
as
lose.
well?
His helmet. Cube staff are
looks
all
like
spectating this.
Hack on Astro.
Astro.
Oh, he clutched.
Oh, Astro with block clutch, but he does die unfortunately. Good block clutch. Well played. Neki loses his boots once again. His helmet breaks once again. He's leaving that arena that was pre-built.
He's not allowed to leave. He's not allowed to
Also
leave.
with the OB pick. What is Neku gonna do? Is he gonna go for a bridge fight? However, Hakuren does have the bow.
Oh, he has the open pick. That is so
Phil with
okay.
the pick. Phil's pickaxe is so important. That's
Oh,
end for
and
Neko.
it's down.
It's
It's a
3-1.
3-1.
Q-Dix with no chest plate or helmet.
Oh.
Oh, Hakuren with the low ground.
Unfortunately, this looks to be the end of Kazoo. But he clutches.
The ladder clutch.
Oh.
Good game. Good game. Good game. GG's. Wow, that's probably one of the best games we've seen by far.
Definitely.
Now, the season took place during the summer, so after the game against Empire B, I went on vacation, got to relax, take a break, and hang out with my family. I brought my PC to the hotel room and played a scrim on hotel Wi-Fi. This was our second round against Sage, and because of how easily we won last time, we knew we were going to win going into this, and we just wanted to see how good we could play. Off rip, we got pretty much the best start we could, with Sage's banker failing the rush and us pretty much securing mid control as Yuroko, one of our best mid control players and probably the best PvPer on our team, killed the banker a second time and another one of their players. Melon and Hack went up to stall, and as I was coming, they dropped on the egg. Hack failed the obby box, but distracted all of the defenders, so I came in and boxed from behind. The egg break happened 4 minutes into the game, one of the fastest eggs we had gotten, and although some of the team kept holding out for a while after the egg break, we got the win once they all went for a rush and died. As previously mentioned, we were feeling a bit cocky, so we wanted to do a funky strat and insta-rush with 5 players to try and get the egg. Half the rushers ended up voiding themselves before they even got there, so it was just a 3-man rush, and yet Dexton still almost got it, even with literally the slowest pick he could have and a clay box in. Sage did a counter rush and it almost worked, with demons just barely stopping them in time. From there, Hack rushed their base, as he was one of the ones who died on the way, so he could get up the stall the fastest.
Hacky's edit coming up for a stall. We do see our first chain of the game. That's gonna be Secret with the stone sword. So I don't think Hacky's edit's gonna get that one. Jackson and Phil coming in. I do reckon they have obby boxing, considering that we haven't seen a chain set from them and they had mid control. But oh, and wow, commentator's curse. Wow, looks like there was 3 on egg and he managed to do it. Wow, that was great play by Activated. It looks like he got the obby box in.
This time it was a 3-minute egg break, and the team didn't last much longer. With this, we won the scrim 2-0, but Secret, Sage's clan leader, asked to keep going as a prac scrim. So we kept going, but now as scores didn't matter, our strats got even funkier. Remember how last time I said we were going to do a 5-man rush? This time we did a 9-man rush, getting the egg in, I kid you not, 1 minute and 19 seconds, with the entire game lasting 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I didn't record it and it wasn't on stream, so I don't have any gameplay from it, but the win made us feel like we were better than we thought we were. Our morale was at an all-time high and nothing could bring us down. Oh yeah, never mind, my bad. First, in a bit of a side tangent, this was the point when I became captain of our team. After the Sage scrim, the old captain did a bit of taking a break without telling anyone, so Lice, the leader of the A team, decided to make me captain. So I'm sitting there on vacation at Disney World and I check my phone to see, hey, Phil's captain now. I guess it's just that easy, huh? This also should be where we fight Mold, but turns out immediately after our scrim with them, they folded and disbanded the clan. Okay, back to the kinetic scrim. For this scrim, we couldn't get enough players, meaning we only had 7, and as you might be able to guess, having 7 players to go against a team that is undefeated and that has already beaten us is a bit suboptimal. So I made the executive decision as new captain that we ballin'. The first round and the second round were pretty much the same thing, so I figured the best way to let you experience this is just for you to watch their POV of the second round.
Wait, are they yellow?
To their base. Yeah, they're starting to bridge up. Hurry.
They're bridging. Phil's bridging.
Wait, Lima, there's one. Wait.
Go down, go down.
Go.
Everyone,
You guys got that. You guys got that. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
They're still going up.
Okay. Swift, are you a height limit? Okay.
Someone please come.
Guys,
Before-
get ready. Your
Wait,
mom. Oh, they're dropping.
Okay, Phil died. Yes, that is okay.
Dude, I have one more.
Yeah.
They all got
Stupid.
Is that really worth it?
Now, I don't have a recording of our VC, but if I could give you my best recreation, it was pretty much this. I literally laughed so hard the entire scrim that after the scrim I was sore. And it was a great send-off to a church campout, which I showed up late to because of the scrim, but at least I would be able to enjoy the nature and have a good time. Now you should know better by now, that's not how this goes. Yes, we had beaten Empire B before, but it was only a 2-1 win, and we needed to have a better overall score than them. Our team and theirs had both beaten Sage and Mold, but both lost to Kinetics, so the only difference between our scores were our matches between us. We had to scrim them a second time, and if they won the scrim 2-0, we would not make the finals, and if they won 2-1, we would have to go to a tiebreaker match. While at the beach, I hopped onto VC on my phone to try to help set up a team for the scrim, just for only 5 people to show up. Why? I did what I could, spam pinging and mass DMing until we had 8 players, still a massive disadvantage, but better than 5. I then went to go enjoy my time at the beach, coming back 30 minutes later to see this on stream.
And they still don't realise that almost has been eliminated. Spyglass has just been eliminated.
Hack members stuck in the
Melon by himself. And Accusated is getting some. Accusated takes no KB. Accusated is actually hacking. Oh my goodness. Watch this. This is gonna be the fight of the century.
45 minutes later, I would come back again to see lights. The commentator had a glitch where the scoreboard wouldn't appear, so you couldn't instantly tell what the situation was, but it didn't look good.
And Astro has just killed Lewis. Lewis's life is now over.
Now Yoroko is the last one, and oh, she's gone.
Wow.
That was quite anticlimactic.
Now, with the game at 1-1, the entire scrim, our chance to make finals, it all rested on my teammates, and there was nothing I could do but pray. The third time I checked, the stream had already ended, so I clicked back around 5 minutes before the end.
About to be killed. Delta somehow clutched it. He has glitched himself inside the block.
Lewis dies. Lewis is down.
There's no way I'm ever not showing up to a scrim again. That's just too terrifying.
Pineapples is dead. Empire, using the power of friendship and teamwork, is now 4v5.
In the most insane rollercoaster of emotions I've ever had, I reached the peak of fear seeing 3 of my members drop within 5 seconds, not knowing how many were left, and then soaring to near euphoric levels of relief after we won. Melon and Yoroko played out of their minds, comboing everyone in sight and pretty much making up for the player we were missing until Hack could come in and get the egg.
I think right now I can actually outnumber Empire. Oh my goodness, Q-Melon is doing awful things to TWS Mega.
Oh my god, Melon is a menace. 4v3 at middle. Melon comboing Dilo.
Oh my goodness, TWS Mega.
TWS.
And Dilo
out of her mind right now, getting lots of
Dilo gets killed. If you look at the chat, Yuruka and Q-Melon have just done an absolute tragedy.
Spyglass gets 2 good hits, but if Melon with the
triple hit.
damage is probably still gonna win this fight unless Spy gets a ridiculous
Oh, and Spyglass,
Melon.
he's getting awful things are happening to Spyglass. Q-Melon has dropped down.
3v4.
Accusated is going to try to get that box in. This is a serious attack.
I think he has the efficiency 8. He's not even going for the box. He just wants to break.
Accusated. Oh, he's breaking it.
Lots of obby getting placed.
You just cannot tell. Oh, you just cannot tell what is going on whatsoever. It is an absolute mob fest. Accusated. Oh.
With that egg break, we won the third game, and from that we won the entire scrim, meaning we were off to finals. In the finals, there were 4 teams in 2 rounds. The first round being the semis, where each team fought a team from a different group, and then the second being the winners of the semis fighting for first and the losers fighting for third. From our group, Kinetic was the other team that advanced, and in the other group, True A along with our A team, which was now called Hakuren S. Hakuren S was the team that we went against in the semis, so of course we were gonna lose. Our team was literally made of the people that weren't good enough for their team. We considered memeing and playing the game funny, but Lights, the owner of Hakuren, yes, both S&B teams, wanted us to try, so we figured we'd do our best. Hakuren S had 2 main stallers, Toxic and Avalon, and by 2 main stallers, I mean out of the 12 egg breaks they got throughout the season, 11 of them were by either Avalon and Toxic. The thing was, this scrim, neither of them could be there. Still, we had practiced scrim them before, and it wasn't even close, and yet again, A team, B team. Either way, we queued into the first game, and I got the first bank because their bridger and main defender, FX Voids, crashed. Normally we should have re-queued for a crash that early into the game, but they'd win with or without him, and queuing is annoying, so we just kept going. Even a player down, they still mobbed us in mid-fight, 6 feet 2ing. Pretty much anytime anyone tried to go mid, they just died, but Hawkus didn't keep up the pressure, only pushing up 2 to stall, both of which I put down. As well as that, the mid control they got didn't matter too much as they just let people bypass the stall, which I did right after putting down their stall. We've got half their team on defense right now.
I'm not going to push up, I'm not going to first though.
No way.
Wait,
They haven't upgraded their diamond gens. They haven't upgraded their diamond gens.
We might be able to get egg. Look, I'm coming, I'm not coming up.
Are you side?
Full iron, I'm full iron.
Okay, I think we need to drop now before too many people get back. Because they only have 4 right now here. Clutching coming in would make it 5.
I'm in a box.
Guys, no one incoming from start.
We just gotta stop him from...
I'm trapped. You gotta hit him out, you gotta hit him away from me.
You got another one incoming from side. No what?
I died. I tried to stall as long as I could.
Do you guys need help with
I really got it.
Keep moving. We have... Let's go, Biggie! Let's go! Biggie, you can't say you're bad when you got the egg.
They lost the bow user.
Yeah, the bow user is down.
Behind you.
We have so many more diamonds than them. They don't have their diamond gens upgraded right now. I think we need to rush now while we still have a big advantage here.
I'm just getting everyone.
We have a massive gear advantage.
No, Evan, you stay on defense. We need people to defense. I'll push.
Can people help me as well?
Sorry, Antheos?
They're going to green.
Evan, I'm gonna go start.
Okay.
Nice. Let's.
I can run down.
One jumped off.
Nice.
Let's go. No down. Target legend. Let's go, Yuriko.
Imagine what Lloyd's gonna say about you.
CubeCraft's.
Oh my god,
Clutching is lagging a lot.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Wait, help me with Chief. He has a good sword.
Clutching is flying.
Begin those watch out for William. Dang. Let's go.
William's off.
Clutching down too. He just took off his clothes.
Oh, you stole it.
How do we
that feels so good.
Against all odds, we somehow got egg, and the best part is, we didn't get it from an obby box. We didn't get it from someone with an E8 pick. We got it from Big E boxing into the back of the egg with clay. Not even a fast pick either. He had the stone E5. They put 5 on defense, but they were all so focused on Hack's obby box that nobody noticed the clay one. The second game, however...
Yeah, Biggie went around the map.
They're doing like a 6-man rush.
What is that?
I don't think we killed a single one of them in mid. This is not good.
No, we didn't.
Oh no, we got one.
We got Noah. As you may have noticed, we got just a little bit run up at mid-fight. Still though, they weren't able to use that pressure to rush our base. It didn't really matter though, because this time we weren't able to kill their bankers, so they got gear from mid, and did what they did best, PvP. Instead of dropping in on the egg and getting a clean box in, they dropped in and killed all of the defenders, getting the egg with a box in that wasn't even finished. Melon had gotten into their egg and would have had it, but unfortunately his obby ghosted, and along with it our chances of winning the scrim. For us, the third game was a perfect example of using what you've learned. Right off the bat, we set up stalls, bridging over mid as by now we knew they wouldn't push up their players. We did a rush similar to the first game, but Melon got 3v1 before Hack got there, and even though Hack got an obby box, some of it ghosted and he couldn't get the egg. I died on the rush, but got up another insta-stall fast. When I got there, Melon was already above egg, and he was single-handedly stalling 4 people. I figured he was doing well enough on his own, so with a plan forming in my head, I left him to stall and went to their side base. At the side base, I bought myself obby and rushed back in, with Hack having come up to stall with Melon. With Biggie's play in the earlier game in my mind, we dropped on the egg.
Guys, drop.
He's running off. Watch out, whoever's in shop,
Hack's in.
Wait, help me, they're running me out,
I didn't have blocks in the right spot.
I'm in as well.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
Nice.
It's clutching A-Legend and William!
Let's go.
Get him!
CubeCraft's is low. Getting it low.
Get him off me.
No one's running.
Kill FX.
Yo, boys, I've got diamond sword.
Lights. One heart. Let's go!
Let's go, guys.
No way, what is happening?
Chief's at Hack.
Wait, boys,
Hey.
Calm, guys. God.
They have 5 people.
They'll go for fireball.
Usernames on free. He said.
Let's go, guys. Go.
He's gonna die.
Where are y'all?
He's dead.
Let's
go!
I got Noah.
Are they at their base?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's go!
That was polite, bro.
To the moon!
No. GG, guys. We're in the finals.
In the most insane scrim I've ever played, we did the impossible, beating our own A-team and advancing to the finals. Our team chemistry was on a whole new level, with the best egg breaks we've had all season and defense holding strong through it all. New strats were being developed for us on how to play against teams that were stronger in PvP, leaving us more confident than ever to play in the finals. True A, despite getting Kinetic's egg once, lost the scrim 0-2, meaning the finals would be Hakuren B versus Kinetic for the 3rd time this season. The first time we played against them, our team chemistry wasn't there, and to be honest, we were just pretty bad. In our second match we memed, so Kinetic hadn't really fought us while we were actually good. I know it seems like the Kinetic scrim just happened, as it was earlier in the video, but in real time, 2 months had passed between our first scrim and the grand finals, in which we had improved greatly both in personal ability and in team chemistry, meaning many of the Kinetic members severely underestimated us, just seeing us as a B team they had already tossed once. And after game 1, their opinions might not have changed much. I failed the initial bank with Kinetic's Bridger getting the diamonds and me getting pretty much nothing. With how aggressive Kinetic was, I knew we needed to get the egg fast, otherwise we had no chance, and remembering how well the side rush against Sage worked so many scrims ago, I told Hack to side rush and get hella stuff so that he could meet me and Melon, who would bypass and stall above Kinetic's egg, but one of Kinetic's members met him at the side rush and killed him. My stall got put down pretty quickly after that, and from there we lost all our pressure. Soon enough we had 4 above our egg, including Just Waved, who successfully side rushed us and got the boxing, getting our egg. We went for a last ditch rush, but it failed, and after a bit of bridge movement I got killed, ending the first round as a loss. Going into round 2, I knew something had to change, so rather than Hack side rushing and me and Melon meeting him at base, we changed it so that I would front rush while both Melon and Hack would come up from side. Somehow, against a team that was pretty much objectively better at PvP than us, especially since our best PvPer, Yoroko, had gotten false banned and couldn't play, we won mid-fight, not even losing a player until they had lost 5 of theirs. They put up some insta-stalls, but since they lost mid-fight, me, Hack, and Melon were all able to successfully pull off our stalls. I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop. I think we need to drop here. We might not be able to get it, but we need to drop here.
Wait, no.
Wait, Phil,
I'm in.
are y'all...
Wait, have you got egg? Have you got egg?
I might.
I'm coming,
No
I'm
way.
coming, I'm coming. You keep him off him.
And no way.
Wait.
Let's go!
No way. When they win. Go.
Who were we killing? Although we had gotten the egg, it was far from over. Kinetic were the masters of keeping players alive with broken eggs, and even further than that, the masters of clutching games. In the past, they had clutched a 2v6, and just before in the season, they had brought it back from a 5v9. Our main goal is to target the people coming back from stalling at our base, or the people that were at mid during the egg break, and during the 5 minutes after the egg break, that's exactly what we did.
Oh my god. We can wave. It's a 3v2 right now.
Yeah, we need
guys, help. Guys, this target Lemma. He's on his own. I'm chasing Lemma.
I've almost got.
Let's go!
Oh my god. Fucking go. Bank gens. I killed T2. I killed that chain. Let's fucking go. It's a 6v9.
With most of our players out chasing after kills, Turtle and Adam decided it was time to rush, and as they got to base, there was only one on egg. But with the whole pressure of Kinetic's win streak on his back,
I have a
yes! Adam ended up running around the map for 5 minutes until eventually. Hey, Adam rushing towards our base from purple.
Oh,
never mind. Adam is dead.
Wait, is he still purple?
Even though it was now a 4v9, the 4 remaining players had been baking hard in the 10 minutes since the egg break, and now they had more gear than any of our players. Thankfully, our egg break was 3 minutes into the game, so we still had 17 minutes until deathmatch, and we were going to use it perfectly. I assigned 2 players to each base, with Melon and Hack keeping Kinetic at their base, while the rest of us were banking 3 bases worth of gens, catching up to their gear in a fraction of the time. Eventually, we rushed up to their base and started to drop their remaining players. After killing their 3rd to last player, I straight up dropped my stuff, went AFK, and drove my friend to work. Coming back and getting confirmation, we had done it. Kinetic's over 40 round win streak was over, and we were the ones that caused it. Before the scrim, I had told everyone in my clan that I'd F-add them if we won even a single round, and as a result, my friends list doubled in an instant. So remember when I mentioned that last game we completely dominated mid, not losing a single player? Yeah, so this time they killed one of us, the rest of us ran, and they instantly had a 3-man stall, keeping back the majority of our team, myself included. I still got the mid bank and was able to buy an obby box, but in probably the biggest mistake I made in the entire series, I dropped on Adam, and while I had the obby box, I got killed. Hack and Melon tried their best, but a 2-man push doesn't usually turn out well, even though Hack was able to box into their egg, just dying to ghost blocks. Eventually I pushed back up, banking on my way there and buying obby with most of the gold that I got in their shop. Once I got up to stall, Melon dropped and I boxed into the egg, but as I didn't have enough obby to get it, I died half a second away from getting egg. When I respawned, the egg broke very quickly and I died without even the chance to get stuff. When I bought that obby at their base, I had 9 more gold in my inventory. I could have bought 3 more obby and won the game with that 3 obby. I could have gotten the egg. It would have been that easy, just 1 click away. Normally this would be the part where we lost a scrim, as most scrims are just a best of 3, but this was the grand finals and it was a best of 5, so we kept going, just knowing that now if we lost, it was completely over. Mid didn't go well this time either, but we put down their insta-stalls, so it didn't matter too much. It could have been a really good start, and we could have gotten an early egg, but Hack's bridge cut out and he fell in the void. I went up to insta-stall, and despite being able to live for a decent amount of time, I eventually got dropped. Kinetic did 2 massive pushes, both of which we somehow defended, even when they outgeared us hard. Melon stalled the entire time since the beginning of the game, with Biggie and Dexton stalling occasionally as well. Me and Hack went in from their side base, both getting stacked before meeting Dexton and Melon above Kinetic's egg. At the same time, Kinetic did a massive rush, getting literally 4 separate obby boxes on our egg. It was now or never. We got the egg, or we lost the scrim.
All jumped.
We need to drop 2. Now.
I'm dead, bro. I couldn't do anything. It was a 3v1 on me.
It's dead, where are you?
Knight's in.
Matt, oh shoot.
There's another
Can
one
we drop
in
now?
Yeah, let's drop.
Hold on! I'm coming.
I'm in.
No, what?
Shit, go.
Oh my helmet. Wait, so I'm stuck in there. What's it called?
Just live. Their egg is gone. Their egg is definitely gone here.
Wait, let's go.
Everyone just run. Just run to
I
it.
have no frames from bed.
Go spawn kill. Go spawn kill. Go spawn kill.
We're just killing their defense.
Go spawn kill.
Kill Toad.
Guys.
Let's go turtle down.
Oh my
Evan behind you. Evan, no, Evan, you got this.
Kill Prof.
Evan, help.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
I might be dead.
Is there anyone still on our base?
I killed one. Help me.
Let's go. Good job, guys.
Nice.
Let's go.
Oh my, don't get hit up. Don't go for it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Guys,
Let's go.
Where is everyone?
Wait, no. Don't take a 1 build. Okay, yeah.
Doesn't matter, just keep fighting.
Come on.
Nice, 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 Melon.
Wave down, wave down. No way we're bringing this to the third.
No way.
Target Adam, his helmet's work,
Everyone kill Adam. His helmet's gone.
Adam's on base, yeah.
I have so many fun. Adam's gone.
Oh my fucking god!
No! It's just
It's free. It's a 3v1. It's a 3v1.
Get him. He's going back to our base. He's gonna go back to our base. Happy's gonna jump on you. Happy's gonna jump on you.
Yeah, good
I knocked him off. I knocked him off.
If he looks up, he'll see me. If he doesn't, he won't.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Yes! We're actually so good at Minecraft. We're actually so
Best
good.
Minecrafters.
For what seems like the 14 millionth time, we did what no one had thought possible. We beat the undefeated team twice. It was now game point, so whoever won the last game would win it all, and the stars were aligning to make this the greatest win of all time. The very first CubeCraft scrim had been between Hakuren A and Kinetic, and now the biggest CubeCraft scrim was between Hakuren B and Kinetic. We could take revenge against Kinetic for all the scrims they had beat Hakuren A in, breaking the record of never losing a scrim. The commentators of that first scrim were Chief Aaron and FX Voids, and now they were both back, commentating in a stream that would pull over 2,500 views. We had started the season, not even seemed like we would make it into the semifinals, and now here we were, about to win it all. This final match would take place on the map Fruit, and if you haven't noticed, every scrim we've played in Fruit, we've won. Sadly, our best defender, it's Evan, and one of our two mid-control players, Big E, had to go, so we subbed in two new players, each of which had only played one scrim previously in the season, giving us a big disadvantage. Kinetic, yet again, got mid-control, but this time they didn't even send anyone to insta-stall, leaving Hack free to bypass to side. With only one person on egg, Hack bridged in, almost getting the egg, but I went through mid and began to rush, knowing that without Hack there to obby box, this entire game was in my hands. I had to get this egg. The hopes of my team and our entire journey this season, it all rested on me. We tried our best, but it just wasn't enough. They got the egg and slowly chipped on at our players until they won the game, winning the grand finals in a 3-2 victory. There's no catch, no secret rule we used to come back and win, we just lost. The title is a lie because it sounded better for a video, but still, we were really happy with how the season went. We went from, they're just a B team who'd lose to pretty much any of the other clan's main team, to the second best clan, taking out Kinetic's perfect season status and beating them in a game, a feat that hadn't been done in 6 months at that point. And overall, we just played really well. Me and Hack tied for second on the Egg Breakers list, and both Hack and Melon were top 5 on the finals kill list, with me being 7th. And although I didn't talk about them much, the defenders played really well the whole season. Our main 5 defenders were Lewis, Evan, All Might, Kobe, and Demons, who were the reason Hack, Melon, and I could actually live to get eggs. I didn't talk about them that much solely because I didn't have footage. They're literally the carries. And so were Yoroko, Duxton, and Big E, our mid-control players who banked for us and got us gear so that we didn't just completely get mopped anytime a match went late game. So sure, we didn't win the season, but I take the season we had, a season of being underdogs and of growth, over a season of winning any day of the week. This has been the Hakuren B perspective over Circuit Season 1. Thank you for watching.
I've got an idea of another strat, guys. So, you know how, like...
You are moving to Kinetic, aren't you, next season, Brian?
Yes, I've technically already moved, but next season I'll be registered, provided I don't just get kicked out by Turtle McWhirtle.
Or die.
I'm doing the TNT strat.
TNT strats! You're gonna knock off Dexton. Yes, it worked. It worked.
Oh my god.
Don't let him box you. Whatever you do. It actually worked.
T jumped.
He's on a mission.
Oh,
To the moon.
Oh, GG guys, we're in the finals.
The finals.
No.
Hey guys, y'all ready for Hawkins versus True? This is the game I've been waiting for.
Me versus True.
Yeah, we've kind of folded. I think the setup we have is good. The setup we have is good. It's just
we need mid kind of folded, and we need to get.
I'll be honest. No.
That was a nice kill on Knights.
Our base. Is there anyone else at our base?
Everyone's at base. We're all dead.
Killed Llama.
Good job,
Nice,
Phil.
nice.
You're sick.
I'm going
Listen,
inside.
I never thought I'd hear you say that. Not gonna lie.
Alright, you're gonna have to ignore that. But we're back.
If that's what ADHD is.
Yeah, you know, I'm a special kid too, you know.
Oh guys, red incoming from side.
Wait.
I stepped on your mom last night, no. Haha.
Who is on green?
Everyone should give their helmets to Phil.
I agree.
Phil is
Same.
Phil has
This big man helmet.
Inventory up with helmets.
Also, can anybody drop blocks? Whoa.
Already dropped.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? Demons, you good?
I don't know, man.
Wait a minute. Hold up. We gotta dig him out.
Give us
What? Oh, you're so laggy that the game doesn't
You
register.
remembered well.
Wait,
Dexter, no, you too.
What's happening?
How did you? You were in the floor and then you just like poof.
Guys, I should rush the rig. I'll teleport it to it and get it.
Yeah, you'll just phase through. Q melon.
Never
Watch this.
Okay.
What? No one's
I know, I've
hacking,
seen your
bro.
ping, it's brilliant.
Oh.
That's what we call PvP.